I had the chance to ask a bunch of the Devils players what their favorite moment from the season was. Can you make any fond guesses? Well, you're just going to have to find out in today's episode of Locked On Devils. And also, I'm going to play some of my favorite sound bites from development camp and from everybody's favorite prospects. We have a lot to break down in today's bonus episode of Locked On Devils. Buckle up, everybody.
You're Locked On Devils, your daily podcast on the New Jersey Devils. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hi, this is Bryce Salvador, and you're Locked On Devils with Trey Matthews.
Scores! Oh, Stevens stepped up, nailed it. Brodor's got the puck. What a shot. The Devils win the Stanley Cup.
Alrighty now, what is up, New Jersey? Welcome back to the Locked On Devils podcast here on Locked On Network. I'm your host, college hockey play-by-play announcer, Devils writer for Pucks and Pitchforks, and also part-time credential MIA member, Trey Matthews. Today is going to be a bonus episode. So a while back, I had the opportunity to ask as many Devil players as I possibly could what their favorite moments of the season were. And I promised myself that I was going to get around to it. And I feel like now is the time to do so because, as you guys know, throughout the course of the week, I've been covering development camp. But today, as I'm recording this episode, there is no media availability due to the prospects going to a military base for some training. So I'll be back with more development camp coverage in tomorrow's episode. But for the time being, I'm going to play a bunch of sound bites in this bonus episode. So the first set of clips I'm going to show are a bunch of Devils players sharing what their favorite moments from the season were. And just a full disclaimer, a lot of them said the same thing, but a few of them had some unique answers, including Jesper, who was a little funny, and Nico prior to answering my question, he was like, man, it's a little hot in the locker room. And that was just a funny clip. So I included it in the package. And a few days ago, before development camp started, I asked some of you guys on Twitter, which prospects do you have your eye on? And a lot of you said Chase Cheslock, Seamus Casey, and Topias Veland. So I'm going to play their sound bites from the last few days of development camp included in this bonus episode. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, I'll be back with more development camp coverage in tomorrow's episode when there's media availability. So without further ado, roll the package. Let's take it away.
What was your favorite moment? It's really hot. It's really hot. Nico, favorite moment of the season?
Favorite moment of the season? I mean, gotta go with playoffs. I mean, playoffs is just so much fun. I mean, the fans are so much into it, and the run we had. Definitely the run we had. The winning streak. That was definitely a good time too.
I mean, playoffs obviously the best, so winning Game 7 against the Rangers, I think that was really special. And to beat those guys, that was, we wanted to do that. So that was definitely the best moment, I'd say.
There's a lot. I can probably go on for a very long time. Obviously, the 13-game winning streak was something unreal to be a part of as a team. And just how we battled through all those games and we came back and people were doubting us to not be able to do it and always stick through it. And obviously clinching the playoff spot was an emotional day. We haven't been in that situation for a very long time, and for us, especially the guys that's been here for a long period of time, we haven't been able to accomplish that. It was a special moment, and Game 7 versus the Rangers probably takes it all.
Well, I think winning Game 7 against the Rangers, moving on to the second round, and I mean, there was ups and downs, just like any season, and it's kind of nice to go through these, and like you said, tight group that everybody has each other's back, and that's the best thing to come in and go to work like that.
Yeah, I think just obviously that start we had was a big staple point for us, that 13-game win streak, and really put us there. And other people wasn't sure what to think of it, but we knew we believed in it, and I think that really we just carried on with that, and I think that really solidified our, what kind of team we were and how good we were.
I don't know if I have one. I don't have a favorite part. I just want to win. Until that, it's there's a lot of moments in a season that that you'll remember and back at positively. There's some the other way, but
probably winning Game 7. Like, I didn't play, but I was like, it was just so cool to watch those guys, and obviously you want to be in that situation and play, but watch them really grind back from down 2-0 was pretty cool to see. So that was awesome for them and us.
Probably Game 7 Rangers. Just seeing everyone excited about that, and it's probably an obvious answer, but no one really cared who scored. No one cared, about themselves. You just wanted to go out there and win.
Had to be Game 7, I think.
I don't know. We had a lot of good times this year. I think we had a ton of really cool comeback wins and overtime wins, and that stretch there. It's just, I guess, beating the Rangers for sure.
Game 7?
Yeah, for sure.
There's plenty. Team-wise, just like winning against the Rangers in the first round, just to get that first playoff victory, series win. And I've only been here for one other playoff series, and it wasn't a good one, unfortunately. So to get that first playoff series victory was great. Just that feeling around the room, and just that energy that you just want to move on to the next round was awesome.
Making the playoffs. You haven't done that in a while, so and just hanging out with the guys. We had such a great group, and I'm gonna miss it.
That's many. Team-wise, that night, what was it, 19 game win? What was it, 19? 13. Oh yeah, sorry, 19. Yeah, 13 games. Jack breaking the record, making the playoffs for a time. So many, and see Jack, Nico, and Lindy getting for the awards and stuff too. It's but just see all these guys grow. It's been unbelievable too.
Like sort of being here now a second time round, does it feel a lot easier?
Yeah, just knowing everyone, it's a lot of fun to be back. It's such a welcoming environment, and seeing a lot of the same guys again. There's some new faces, which is fun to meet new people. But seeing everyone again is a lot of fun, and they do a great job on the ice and off the ice. I'm excited to get going for the rest of the week.
Can you talk a little bit about your season in Michigan and just how things went and that first experience of that NCAA?
Yeah, it was great. First of all, I love my teammates and our staff. That's what makes it great at Michigan. Just being surrounded by those guys every day was, made the season easy. We had a pretty good year. Came up short in the end, but hopefully we can, do better next year. But yeah, it was a good year. Started off as always, you've got your things to learn as a freshman, but I think our seniors and older guys did a great job of bringing us in and teaching us the ropes a little bit, so it was a good year.
When you're in a second development camp, is it almost easier to take a lot of the things in because you know your way around, you sort of know a lot of those things?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from the guys last year and some of the guys that were playing in Utica, and you just take what you can every day, and it's like similar schedules kind of, and like I said, knowing the staff, coming in, you just kind of feel at least knowing the building this time around, everything just kind of feels more less stressful, I guess. So yeah, it's definitely better.
And what are those things that someone can take away from a camp like this?
I think watching the older guys last year, they work so hard, but they're not stressed out. They're just taking it drill by drill, day by day. And I think I kind of started to realize that towards the end of the camp. Just that's something I took away maybe halfway through the camp last year, and coming in this year I knew I just have fun and work hard. You're here for a reason. Everyone's here for a reason. So once you kind of accept that, and things get kind of easy out there, just in your mind.
Seamus, what can you say about the time Luke had in the playoffs and what he taught you this year, what he was able to teach you?
Yeah, it was so fun watching him. We were all watching those games, and just so proud of him. To step in right away like that and have an impact is special. It's not something you get to see very often. So, I think the thing about Luke is he's just so kind of chill. He's just ups and downs. He takes them so well. That's one thing. Just learning from him. Anytime making mistakes or making good plays, he's just so even keeled out there. So. I'd say that's one thing I've taken from him.
What are some of the things you're continuing to work on to add to your game?
I think strength is a big thing. I've put on a little bit of weight this summer and spring. Thanks to my trainers back home and my strength coach in Michigan. That's a big thing. and then just continuing to work on finding new ways to improve, on the ice.
What are some of the goals you've set for yourself this season?
My goal is kind of to gain like about 10 pounds of muscle. You want to do it the right way, like eating the right way. Slowly. You don't want to just kind of throw on a bunch of weight for no reason. I think that's the biggest focus right now, and then just continuing to figure out what I can do on the ice. How to take away space as a defenseman and how to gain space. Playing offense. Just always trying to figure out new ways to do that.
For anybody who might not be aware, what were some of the highlights for yourself this past season?
I think making it to the Frozen Four in Tampa is just kind of the biggest thing. Winning a Big Ten championship, back to back. I wasn't obviously there the last year, but it was a big accomplishment for the program, and those are our two biggest. And that was a lot of fun and definitely not easy to do. So hopefully we can get back there.
Are you more of a defensive type defenseman, Seamus, or how would you describe your game?
I always say, a two-way defenseman. I like to add a lot of offense when I can, but defense is my game. And can't really say offensive defenseman because I'm a defenseman first. So I like to say two-way defenseman, but I like to play as much offense when I can, and whenever I can get that puck in my stick and make a play, I like to.
Seamus, what can you say about the versatility of your game? I know you've even done some forward a little bit there too, right?
Yeah. I think at first you're a hockey player. Something when I was getting recruited in Michigan, that was one thing they said, just be a hockey player. I remember I took that kind of literal. You should know how to play every position, and you should know what to do in kind of every situation. Generally, if you're a defenseman and you don't know the responsibility of a winger, it's stuff you got to know. So I think that can add to your value to any team in any situation.
Is that camp in Plymouth something you're looking forward to too? I mean, you can actually use this as kind of a springboard, huh?
Yeah, I can't wait. Anytime you get to, first of all, I love seeing all those guys again and that staff. It's always a great time in Plymouth. Anytime I get to go back, I'm glad to. I think it's so competitive, here and there. Whenever you're in a competitive environment like that, you're bound to get better. So you take those opportunities when you get them and use it as much as you can to help yourself.
How many? Who were you basically partnered with last year for the most?
It was mostly Ethan Edwards. Yeah, pretty much down the stretch it was almost all Ethan.
And how did that chemistry work? Why did that work so well with you and Ethan?
I think we have some similar play styles. We like to play offense, but we're obviously like I said, defensemen at heart, and we were really good buddies off the ice, and I think that's the most important thing when in team chemistry and individual player to player chemistry is if the closer you are off the ice, the closer you'll be on the ice. I think we understood each other's game really well. Who's going to go, who's not going to go, that kind of thing. We're always on the same page there, and I think that worked pretty well together.
Seamus, do you at some point have the aspiration to kind of do what you did and jump to the Devils at some point, or do you want to finish out your college career, or do you not know yet at this point?
Honestly, you just take it day by day. I think talking to management and seeing what's going to be the best route. My goal is playing the NHL. I love Michigan. I'm thankful for everything Michigan's done, and there's parts of every person that plays college hockey. College is a lot of fun. Just meeting all those people, and staying is never a bad option. I'd love to stay, and I want to play in the NHL. So whatever the best path forward is what I would take.
I was excited to come here after the last season, and I'm just looking forward to be here.
Is there anyone from the big league that was a mentor to you from Pelicans, that was a mentor or someone you looked up to?
I don't know if you know that one, but Teemu Eronen. I don't know.
Why?
I think he's been in my shoes when he was young. He was a talented guy, so he's been telling me a lot of good stuff, and I've been following him.
You talked a little bit about your physicality.
Yeah.
When did that start to pick up? Was that something that you just started, really learning this past season?
Yeah, I think last summer was the biggest summer of my career. I improved a lot of my physicality there.
What are some of the goals you've set for yourself this upcoming year?
To take my spot on the rush, that's the biggest thing.
For anyone who hasn't seen, what are some of the highlights for your personal play this past year?
I don't know, maybe the 2 goals against TPS. At the finals, we got in the finals, but unfortunately we lost.
What are some of the ways you are working out to improve your game?
I just need to, look guys that are better than me and just follow those footsteps.
What did you take away from that one game in the playoffs in Utica?
I think the speed on the game was so much faster than in Finland, especially in the playoffs. So I think that was the biggest thing.
And the coaches, what have they told you they wanted you to work on? The coaches here with New Jersey.
I think the speed on my game. So
speed?
Yeah, just to move the puck.
Now, when you talk about the speed of your game, what aspect is that as far as defenseman goes? Is that
like gaps up and move the puck forward faster?
Do you think it was important for you, even though it was just one game, to sort of get that taste, knowing you were going into a summer trying to push for a spot? Was that an important thing?
Yeah, I think so. It was important to come here, so I get to know a little bit to the guys and to the North America game.
How about your brother Elias?
Yeah.
What kind of impact has he had on your career?
I think huge. I started hockey because of him, so he had a huge impact on my career.
Talk a little about that. He was playing and you were watching him. What was going on there?
Yeah, he started earlier than me, 2 years, so I can't even remember, but I just know that.
Is he a forward? Or?
Yeah, forward.
Oh, so there you go. So you guys are going against one another.
Yeah.
Is that why you're defensive?
Yeah. I think he's older than he get to choose.
I just want to go back a little bit to what we were saying before, again, with Dan McKinnon saying that. When you're someone who has been, in Europe, sort of playing there, but the team already thinks that highly of you. Like, how to hear that, what does that mean to a person and someone who's trying to make a career in this league?
I think everyone wants to hear that from the coach you're playing for the next season. I think it's such a huge thing. I can't say how huge that is for me, and that just motivates me a lot to push myself forward.
What other things in your life motivate you?
That's a tough question.
Or is it just you who motivates yourself?
Me and just to watch better players. I think that.
Did it motivate you after being drafted so late? Do you feel as though?
Yeah, I just wanted to be the steal of the draft.
Okay.
For people who might be unfamiliar with your game, how would you describe it? What are some of your strengths?
I think my skating and my defensive plays.
Are there any players in the NHL that you sort of model your game after, or maybe watch to see how they do certain things?
There's a couple in Jersey there's Ducky Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's
Sits right there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that.
Okay, perfect.
So you feel as though you want to challenge for a roster spot at a training camp? Is that your goal?
Yeah, my goal is to be my best in the training camp and hopefully make the roster.
We were talking to Lenny Amanahu earlier, and he said that you were one of the toughest he's gone against in practices. You guys played internationally together. What can you tell me about Lenny? Good player, good draft pick there?
Yeah, great draft pick for you guys, and he got a great shot. I think he can score a lot of goals for this team, and I'm just happy you guys drafted him.
Yeah.
Before we close off today's episode, let me tell you guys about AG1. It's literally a product that I use every day. So AG1, the daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health, and I drink it literally every day, like I just mentioned, because I want to be happier, want to be healthier. My body's a temple, and I got to start treating it as such. So I drink AG1 in the morning, before I record an episode, before I work out, before I head to the Prudential Center. AG1 is the foundational nutrition supplement that delivers comprehensive nutrients to supplement whole body health. AG1 replaces your multivitamin, probiotic, and more in one simple drinkable habit, science-driven formulation of vitamins, probiotics, and whole food source nutrients. AG1 is raising the standard for quality in the supplement category. AG1 helps you build your health foundation first. So if a comprehensive solution is what you're yearning for from your supplement routine, then try AG1, and you will be given a free 1-year supply of a vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is go to drinkag1.com/NHL Network. That's ag1.com/NHL Network. Check it out. And now, let me tell you guys about FanDuel, and always remember to gamble responsibly. So take your first swing at batting MLB on FanDuel and get 10 times your bet amount in bonus bets up to $200. That's right. Just bet $20 and you'll land $200 in bonus bets win or lose. That's $200 you could spend betting everything from the money line to the over and under to you thinking who is going to hit the first home run, all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Plus, when you win, you get paid instantly. There's no better place to bet on MLB than FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. So sign up today. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon to get up to $200 in bonus bets. That's FanDuel.com/lockedon. FanDuel, the official partner of Major League Baseball. Okay, without further ado, let's play some more sound bites from development camp. Take it away once again.
You are, still in high school and kind of just in this NHL locker room. Just what's that experience like for you?
It's crazy. The guys are awesome. I mean, the organization's top tier. Everyone's getting treated like a pro, and it's super eye-opening. It just makes you want to get there that much more. And everyone's been so kind, so generous, so humble. Like, even the older guys that have been here are just awesome to be around, and they want to show you around, they want to give you advice, and they want to help you here.
And I assume, you obviously watch a lot of NHL, just your outside looking in perception on the Devils, and, you're adding to your excitement level when you were drafted.
Yeah, I mean, coming from Minnesota, we watched the Wild, and the East Coast was a little different, and my first time being in such a big city, and we got to go on the river yesterday, and that was just eye-opening. Yeah, it's a business now, and it's such a great city to be. It's such a good organization to be in. It's something I'm really happy to be a part of.
Did you have any idea New Jersey was interested in you when you got selected here?
A little bit. I talked to scout Michael Sadeo when I was down in Omaha after high school, and he was just this super big, really big frame, but really generous and kind personality. And he'd sat down and talked to me a few times, so I had communication with them, but I had no idea they were interested in picking me.
You said that you watched a lot of the Wild. I assume that's your favorite team?
Yeah, that was my team growing up from being back home.
not anymore, right?
Not anymore.
So were you a Zach Parise guy?
Growing up, everyone loved Zach Parise. Everyone had a Zach Parise jersey. I mean, I still remember going to the state fair when him and Suter announced that they were signing here, and that was almost like a little holiday back home.
And as for you in your game, is there any NHLers you look at and you say, I'm styling my game after them? That's who I kind of like to play.
I tried, like, Brandon Carlo was a guy this year that I really like to try to pick up from his game. I mean, it's so simple yet so effective, and when he was playing good, chances are he was anchoring the blue line and the team was being really successful.
I joined this media scrum a little late, so I'm not sure if you've already asked this question, but what was working for you? What was not working for you during the 3-on-3? I just want to get your perspective on it.
The 3-on-3 was a lot of fun. I mean, it was fast. I think what was working for me was just trying to simplify. And I mean, there's so much skill out here, and just get them the puck. I mean, I'm not a huge skill guy, but just making simple touches and getting the goal scorers the puck, because that's what they do.
How does this prepare you for Friday? Like, how much more confidence do you have now?
I don't think the confidence is going to fluctuate. I'm just still soaking everything in. I mean, I'm smiling when I'm out there because these guys are good. They're fast. And I'm just trying to absorb it all for sure. So I think I got a little more comfortable, got my feet under me a little bit more. So I'm excited to play on Friday now.
Is it nice to sort of just have that sort of fan experience too when you're at a camp like this?
I did not think there was going to be that many people, to be honest. We stepped out there, and I mean, for a 3-on-3, that's super impressive. And that was super warming and welcoming, and that's great.
What are your expectations going into the season? Like, what goals have you set for yourself?
I haven't really. I'm waiting to sit down with some of the coaches and the development staff here and see what they have to say. They're the experts. I mean, they watch hours and hours of film, and they're great at what they do. They're geniuses in the game, and I think they're going to help me set some goals. And I think one thing for me is getting a little bit more poise with the puck, having a little bit more patience. I'm a bigger guy, and just using my reach and using my size to hold on to pucks a little bit longer and make the right play.
How do you kind of sort of take in everything that's been happening over the last few days? There's 2 more to go, but I see the smile, but I'm sure it can be a bit overwhelming too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really soak it all in at the same time. You just got to take bits and pieces. I think last night, being on the river, I've never seen a skyline like that before, and that's something you just got to take and probably sit down for about 10 minutes and just watch.
How would you? My bad. I'm sorry.
No, know, it went on forever. I mean, you just got to take your time.
Yeah.
Just be where your feet are.
Yeah.
Feel your toes out a little bit.
And just having that development staff that you were talking about before, obviously, saying that you haven't fully sat down with them, but to know that they're going to be watching you, the way you play, what they want to see from you, what does that mean at this point where you are in your career?
It means so much. Like I said earlier, they're geniuses in the game. It's their job, but they love it just as much as we do, and that's the best part. I mean, they're going to put as much time in to making us better as we are and putting into ourselves. I think it's great. On the ice, Megan, Lionel, they've been as happy as me as I've been out there. So that's super good to see, and I just love stepping on the ice in New Jersey.
For anybody who might be unfamiliar with your game, how would you describe it? Who would you say you model your game after?
I'm a long defenseman. Try to make first touch plays. Use my size and my skating in transition. Try and break up plays. I think if you could put one key attribute to my game, it'd be my defensive stick right now. I have a really long stick. I can use it pretty well to disturb plays. And, try and model my game after Brandon Carlo. I think he's super efficient, super effective player for the Bruins, and they had a lot of success when he was playing well.
So I hope you guys enjoyed today's bonus episode. I did a clip type of show a few months back. It was very popular. You guys seemed to enjoy it. So I decided to do it once again because, as you guys know, been covering development camp all week, had the off day. So I wanted to throw you guys a little bit of a bone. So let me know what you guys thought of some of the Devils' answers in terms of their favorite moments from the season. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment down below. What was your favorite moment from the 2022-2023 historical season by the New Jersey Devils? I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. And also, are there any more prospects that you have your eye on and have high hopes on? Let me know what you guys think. If you're listening on a podcast streaming service, hit me up on my personal Twitter page at TreyMatt4 or the show's Twitter page at Locked On Devils. As for today's episode, that's all the time I have for you. So continue to stay safe. Have a wonderful day, New Jersey. Go Devils. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thanks for listening once again.